Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Chasing That Money Show. And of course, I'm your host, Leon Wilson. This is the last episode in a three-part series on side hustles. It's about making extra money. The type of money you can use to do what you want to do instead of having to do what you have to do, paying bills. Listen, side hustles, multiple streams of income, this is required in this day and age. This is what's going on. A job just won't do it. You got to bring in some extra income. And that extra income is insurance. Insurance that one day your boss on your job decide, you know what, we're closing the company. Or, you know what, we don't need your services anymore. When those type of things happen, we end up in a tailspin. We don't know which way to go, what to do. We're worried. Our stress is through the roof. And if we got a family, oh my goodness. How do you tell them what's happening? And back in that unemployment line again. Well, no. You got to have a side hustle, multiple side hustles. You really need about 7 streams of income to be on the safe side. So without further ado, let's get started. The first side hustle we're going to talk about today is a virtual assistant. Now, the price for a virtual assistant starts at about $25 an hour. The question is, well, what does a virtual assistant do? Well, they do what businesses need. And I'm talking about young entrepreneurial businesses, sometimes started by an individual. And they're starting to get big. They're starting to make some headway. But they can't do it all by themselves. They may need someone to make some flyers, to make some calls, to do something extra that they don't have time to do. It may be data entry. It may be working on the calendar, setting everything up, call some people, make some appointments. A virtual assistant is awesome. I mean, look at this. Here's just a website on Fiverr, just to say, here these people are putting themselves out there to say, hey, this is what we do. We get paid by the hour. This is what's going on. A virtual assistant. You need to think about that. You got time. Listen, you can work your regular job during the daytime, put your services out in the evening, work through email, send it out to different entrepreneurs, different small businesses, and let them know your skill set. Write down 4 or 5 different things that you're able to do and put it out there and let them know. Another part of that, or some more customers for a virtual assistant, is a lot of these companies, small companies, mom and pop stores, that type of thing, a lot of those people are older individuals. And they may not know about, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that type of thing. Well, that's where you come in. You can build up a presence for them on a Facebook site, on Twitter. You can bring them into the 21st century, bring people to them stores, advertise, create ads, a virtual assistant. You do all types of stuff and you get paid. Number 2, Facebook Ads Manager. Now, very similar to a virtual assistant, but you could make $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And it's doing a lot of things similar to the virtual assistant, but you do just a little bit more. And you focus on ads. It's all about ads. A lot of people really don't understand that it's those ads that draw people to your business. It's ads in Facebook and TikTok and all those different things that let people know what you do and where you're at. So you need someone that's their sole job is to put the name of your business out there. You can do that. If you're anything like me, you're already on Facebook, you're already on Twitter. Why not promote businesses and get paid for it? You know about it. Number three. Number three. Now, okay, this is something funny, and it's I don't know, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and I'm going to put the just one of the websites where you can go, but this is a real thing, and this is being a sperm donor or an egg donor. Yes, yes, it's a real thing. You know about it. Anybody who's ever tried to have kids and were unable to have kids, you know that you'll do anything to have a child. And there are people out there willing to give of themselves, literally. And I mean, here's the numbers: $75 per sperm, $5,000, and it can go as high as $10,000 per egg donation. You heard me right. $5,000 to $10,000 per egg donation. Now there are some really wonderful families out there that would make great parents, but for whatever the reason, they're not able to have children. You not only could make some money, substantial money, but you can be a blessing to a deserving family. Mm-hmm. A sperm or egg donor, side hustle. It's just more money. Now here's another one. Now I will be putting the website. The website here, you can look at it right here. And if you don't believe me, Google it, and you'll find out that I'm telling the truth. You can be a professional cuddler. You heard me. A professional cuddler. I mean, I know it sounds like a strange one, but hear me out. Hear me out. You know, there's some people out there that, you know, whether they work all the time or maybe they're shy or whatever the case may be, or they could be going through some things, and sometimes you just need a hug. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. I know it sounds strange, but we live in a strange time. There's a business that provide cuddlers. Now, this is not a sexual thing. You're not giving out sex. It's not like that. It's not call girls or gigolos or whatever you call them today. It's not about that. It's about sometimes you just need a hug, whatever you're going through, and maybe a conversation that you don't want to get back to you, that you can't really confide in with your friends. Professional cuddlers make $40 to $80 per hour. Have you hugged somebody lately? I'm talking about $40 to $80 per hour for a hug and a conversation. Okay. Well, listen, that was number 4. And they're all great. Anytime you can be an assistant, you can go on Fiverr, you can just dole out these services. You can work for 3 and 4 clients a day. You're doing it remote. You can have dinner with your family and you can put a couple hours in. And you can do this multiple businesses per day. You're not bogged down or tied to one company. These things are unbelievable what you're able to do. Your only limitation is your mind. You're not in the box. There is no box. There haven't been a box a long time ago. You need to open up your mind, see what you're good at. Think about the skills that you have. What are you able to do? And then use that. Use that. Put it out there, create a service, be it a class. Here's another one. Here's 5. Create some type of a class. Now, maybe you're a really good cook. Do you know a lot of young people today don't know how to cook? They need someone to help them to learn how to cook. Clean houses, wash clothes. A lot of our young people today haven't been taught how to do that. And they need to know how to do that. You can hire yourself out. You can actually create a class on anything. You can write it up, create an ebook, and sell the ebook. There is so many things out there today that you can do, that you can make money with. And it's not hard. Some of the things that you do every single day just for fun, you could be getting paid. I'm not kidding you. It's the truth. And the way I know it's the truth is because I do it all the time. I do all types of stuff. And I make money from it. I mean, it's the way to go. I'm creating a class right now that you'll be hearing about it in the next few months. Some skill sets that I'm selling, that I'm putting out there that people can use, and to enhance their lives, and they may be able to make money from my ebook. Come on now, come on. The only limits there are in your mind. Sometimes people are just scared to take the first step. It was a saying, the longest journey starts with the first step. That's one of the truest things ever been said, because we think we can't do it. The truth is, there's nothing we can't do. Everything is ours. Everything is at our fingertips. All we have to do is take steps toward it and make it happen. You don't know how to do something, you can learn. You need some additional help, you can ask somebody. There are people out there with skill sets, and they would love to tell somebody how to do it. Put yourself out there. We have the key to the world: Google, Facebook, Twitter. You can ask anything of millions of people. So stop playing around. Stop playing around. Get those 7 side hustles rolling. And then when you got that going, see how you feel then. See how confident you're able to go to work, not caring if you get fired or not. A lot of times people quit. Once they get that 7 side hustles going, they just quit their job. And then they just do this because they love it. Because they now have their time back. So go do it. Stop playing around. Make it happen. Get your side hustles on today. Happy New Year.